This is Rizza, 50 Shades of McGiffin podcast. So I got this call. This guy's found my social media, has called me up. Goes, oh, hey, mate, such and such. I just like to introduce myself. This is what's happened. So a talent agency, like a social media firm, has, been in contact with this, apparent gentleman. They've chit-chatted, they've discussed. They've mentioned me. They go, be like this bloke. He's soon to go viral. Takes time for circulation. Look at his stats. Came out of nowhere, 3 weeks on social media, whatever. So basically, he's called me out and gone, this is what they've said. So basically, mate, even if you force feed him for 6 weeks, he's never going to be me. You're never going to have the 50 Shades of McGiffin podcast, No matter how hard you try, at the end of the day, it's a personality thing. It's a originality thing, This and that is my content. I've, made that, whatever. So talking to him about, reenacting him, imitating all these sort of things, you go platinum, walk like RZA, talk like RZA, maybe Comedy Central will grab him sort of thing, because I'm obviously popping online, my fan base getting bigger, whatever. Without the fans, there'll be nothing besides the point is to talk about, the manipulation of someone's, image, persona, or whatever to sort of be someone else. I'm just looking at this as, an emerging personality, sort of inspiring myself to be myself and to project that onto other people. And, I'm looking at this going like, as much as, I'm not God, I can't turn water into wine, but I can break bread, keep, eating it, and it'll keep coming because I'll keep feeding myself. But yeah, never going to be me. You can pray to God. I'll be, saying I feel sorry for the bloke and pray that he could be me. Because that's what this guy really wants. So, of course, we're talking about, talent agency, social media, comedy, whatever. And, I've got a thing in Victoria coming up, whether they pay me $5,000 or not. People talk shit, it makes the day go a bit quicker. Whether I can hold them to that or that is the reality, that sort of a wait for location drop, see more content, see how it goes. But in that concept, for him to try and be me, what's he going to do? Force feed himself for 6 months, try and be me, King Riz, 50 Shades of McGiff, he'll never be me. At the end of the day, like, he's like 20 pounds was wet wearing boots. Like, what's he going to do? Slip over, hit his head, spill RZA out in blood, and say he's part of me, like he's part of my crew? Like, this is Sydney City, this is North Side, like, this is like what it is, you know what I mean? And for him to sort of imitate some motherfucking actor, RZA impersonating, fucking, like, so well, what does this marketing team look like? Who is this online agency? So I've gone online, I've gone on, Google search engine, I found them. So basically, you got a lot of gay people in marketing, right? This guy would make the gayest bloke on the planet look straight, and that's coming from me, and I'll wear a scarf. You know what I'm saying? So I was talking to this guy. Pick a team. This Aussie bloke. The green and gold fever you're chasing. Sort of supports Rangers. I think that's a European team. What's a Scottish team? Whatever they do versus teams in the EPL. Friendly games, stuff like that, etc. I'm just thinking like, when people make fake accounts about you, that's when you go, oh, I made it. No, when a talent agency tells some motherfucker who literally lives only about 2 hours from me, sort of like northwest or more inland, to sort of try and be me, to ride a wave that I am building, that I have made through taking the risk of putting myself out there online, to try and be someone they're not, when it's like, I've been through some shit. I sort of have an imagination. I've got my character. I've got a personality. It took time of all this bullshit, to get this personality, to make 50 Shades of McGiffin podcast, to be Uncle Riz, Mr. Rish, Rizza, all this sort of stuff. Like, I didn't go from an abbreviated last name where people think you're a dumbass to building my social media, to people calling me Ryan now, like some sort of social upgrade. I did that from work. Like, it takes time to do this. It takes initiative. Like, I'm putting myself out there. I'm taking a risk per se, you know what I mean? So for this, like, actor to try and be Rizza, like, even if you change your name legally, you will never be me. And this is the 50 Shades of RZA podcast. Look, I know I'm being up myself, but look, unfortunately, I'm at that stage where I can be. This is what's happened. I'm always going to be me. This is a shout out. I'm doing this one for free.